Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Acts 25-28, Romans 1-3, Proverbs 10, Psalm 111. Now 3 days after Festus had arrived in the palace, he went to Jerusalem from Caesarea. And chief and principal men of the Jews laid out their case against Paul, and they urged him also his favor against Paul. And he summoned them to Jerusalem because they were planning neighbors to come all the way. Festus implied that Paul was being kept to Caesar, and that he himself intended to go there shortly. So he said, let the men of authority among you go down with me. And if there is anything wrong about the man, let me charge against it. And after he stayed among them, not more than 8 or 10 days, he went down to Caesarea. And next day he took a seat in the tribune and ordered Paul to be brought. When he arrived, the Jews had come down from Jerusalem, stood about, and had bringing many as he was charged against him. They could not prove. Paul argued his defense, neither against the law of the Jews, nor against the temple, nor against Caesar, having committed the offense. Festus, wishing to do the Jews a favor, said to Paul, "Do you wish to go to Jerusalem there be tried on these charges before me?" And Paul said, "I am standing before Caesar's tribunal, when I ought to be tried. So the Jews have done no wrong. You yourself know very well. If they are not wrongdoer, I have committed anything for which I deserve them. We do not seek to escape death, but if there is nothing to charge against me, none can be limited. I go to Caesar. And Festus, when he conferred with council, answered to Caesar, replied to Caesar. And when the days had passed, Agrippa the king burned to Caesar and greeted Festus. He stayed there many days. Festus laid Paul's case before the king. He had men left prisoner by feelings, and also Jerusalem, the chief of priests, and the husband of the Jews, laid the case against it. After a sentence of condemnation, I answered there was not the custom of the road to give him anyone before they first met the accusers face to face, and an opportunity to make defense concerning charges laid against it. And they came together here. I made no delay. The next day I took my son in tribunal and ordered the many people. And the accusers stood out, they brought no charge in this case, such as was I surprised. I mentioned they sent Paul to this Jew with him about their own religion, about some Jews whom he was there. Who dead, and Paul said to be alive. That's how to escape these questions. I asked whether he wanted to go to Jerusalem and be tried there upon him. When Paul appealed to be kept in custody for the decision of the emperor, I ordered them to be held and tried for the Caesar. Agrippa said to Festus, "I'd like to hear my man myself tomorrow," said he or here. So the next day, Agrippa and Bernice came to see great pomp, and they entered audience with the military chieftains and prominent men of the city. When coming Festus, Paul was brought here, and Festus again Agrippa and offered present with us. He seized men about whom the whole Jewish people petitioned me, both in Jerusalem and they ought not to live any longer, but I found that he's done nothing to deserve it. As he himself appealed to the empire, I decided to go hence, and I have nothing definite to write to my lord about it. And therefore I have written before you. I said she before you, King Agrippa. After we examined it, I made something to write. It seems to me unreasonable as the main prisoner. And then I have to indicate the judge against it. Agrippa said to Paul, "You have permission to speak for yourself," and Paul answered and made defense. I consider myself fortunate that before you, King Agrippa, I am going to make my defense today against all the accusations of the Jews, especially because you are familiar with all the custom controversies of the Jews. Therefore I beg you to listen to me patiently. Men on my life from my youth, so from the beginning among my own nation in Jerusalem, is known by all the Jews. They had known for a long time if they are willing to testify. They point to this party of our religion. I have lived as first, and I stand here on trial because of my hope. And I promised them that God tell for us, which 2 or 12 tribes hope to attain as they earnestly wish and day. And it's hoped that I am accused by Jews, O king. Why is it thought incredible about anything you read that God raised the dead? I myself was convinced that I ought to do many things in the present name of Jesus, so I did so in Jerusalem. And I not only locked up my saints in prison after receiving authority from the chief priests, and they were put to death, I caused them every against them. I punished them often in all the synagogues and tried to make them blaspheme and raging free against them. I persecuted them even before I fled the cities. In this connection, I journeyed to Damascus with the authority and commission of the chief priests. At midday, O king, I saw the way of life from heaven, brighter than the sun. And it shone around me and those who journeyed with me. In all fallen to the ground, I heard a voice saying to me in Hebrew language, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?" It is hard for you to kick against the grace. I said, "Who are you, Lord?" And the Lord said, "I am Jesus whom you are persecuting. You arise to stay upon your feet. For I appeal to you for this purpose, to appoint you to serve the words to us, and things in which you have seen me, and to this in which I appeal to you, delivering you from the hateful and from the Gentiles, turning us into to open your eyes." So they may turn from darkness to light, and from the power sent to God. They must hear forgiveness and sanctification of those who are sanctified by faith in me. Therefore, go, King Agrippa, I was not disobedient to heavenly vision. I declare first to those of us that in Jerusalem, to all the region of Judea, and to the Gentiles, and they shall repent and know. For horrible deeds accused with their power. For this reason, the Jews and tell them, trying to kill me. And to this day, I've had the whole defense in God. And so I stand here, testifying of just one great, saying nothing but what the prophet and Moses said would come to us, and Christ myself and that. I being first to rise from the dead, he would become the light both to our people and to our Gentiles. And so saying these things, in this defense, this so the level has pulled you out of my mind. Your great learning is driving you out of your mind. But Paul said, "I'm not out of my mind. My excellence Festus, when speaking truth in the irrational ways. The king knows about these things. To him I speak boldly. I perceive that none of these things escape his nose. So this has not been done before, King Agrippa. Do you believe the prophets? I know that you believe." And Agrippa said to Paul, "In a short time would you persuade me to be a Christian?" And Paul said, "Whether short or long, I will do that." And not only you, but us all who hear to me this day might become such time, except for these chains. And the king rose, and the governor burned and those who sitting with him. He withdrew and said to him, This man is doing nothing to deserve death or imprisonment. And he Agrippa said to Festus, This man could have been set free if he had not appealed to Caesar. And it was decided we should independently deliver upon some other prisoners to Tyrian and Augustus and cohort named Julius. And embarking on the ship over Dramatium, which was about to set to the port along the coast of Asia put to sea, accompanied by Aristarchus Macedonia from Thessalonica. The next day we put to sea. And Julius cheered Paul kindly, giving leave to go to and to be careful, and putting out to sea. And from there we sailed under the lee for Cyprus. And as the winds were against us, then sailed across the open sea along the coast of Cilicia and Pamphylia. Came to Myra and Lycia, and there the centurion found the ship Alexandria sailing for Italy and put us on board. We sailed slowly for a number of days and arrived with difficulty off Cnidus, and then as the wind did not allow us to go further, we sailed under Leocrea off Solomon. Coasting along with difficulty came to a place called Fair Havens, which was the sea. As much time had passed on the voyage was not danger, because even the fast fluidity of advice and saying, so as I perceived the voyage would be with danger and much loss. Not only the cargo and the ship was well nigh, the centurion paid more attention to the power and to earning his share than to what was there. It was a harvest not suitable to spend the winter, and the majority decided to put out to sea from there. And the chance that somehow they could reach Phoenix, a harbor creek, hastened by southwest and northwest, and send the winter. On the southwind blew greater gently, supposing they obtained their purpose. Though it anchored so long, creek cruised to shore, but soon Hesper's wind called northeast and struck down the line. When the ship was cold and could not face the wind, gave back to that winter alone. When on the leave a small island called Corda, we managed difficulty to secure the ship's back. After hoisting out, they supposed time to get the ship, and fearing that they would run aground the searchers, they lowered again. Thus they were driven along. Since we were finally swamped us, they began the next day to jettison the cargo. On the third day, they threw the ship's tackle overboard with their own hands. And near sun or stars appeared for many days. The next tempest lay on us, all hope of being saved was lost. As the last abandoned, since they had been without food for a long time. All stood among the 10 men. You would have listened to him and not set sail from Crete and incurred this injury loss. He had now urged you to take off. There'll be no loss of life and money without owning the ship. He said this time if they were stood before me and angel would have got to him I belong to him I worship. He said, Don't be afraid, for you must stand for the season. Behold, God's granting all this share with you. So take heart, if I have faith in God. It will be great exactly as I have been told. We must be running ground someday. There are 14,000 pounds, we over and caught the Ajax. About midnight, soldiers, sailors suspected they were nearing land, so they took found 20 fathoms. Although they took Sunny again, found 15 fathoms. Fearing that we went round us, they let down 4 anchors and prayed for the day to go. The sailors were seeking to escape from the ship, and lowered the ship's running to sea under pretense and laying anchors over the back. Well sent to centurion and soldier, unless these must stay in the ship, you can't be safe. And the soldiers called the rest of the ship's back, and the guns. Days are out to door, and Paul urged them all to take some food. Days of 14 to 8 continued suspense without food, having taken nothing. Therefore I urge you to take some food. And will give you strength, when not a hair to perish in the head of any of you. And he said to his sins to grow and gave thanks to God the Prince of all he broke and gave again to you. They were all encouraged and ate some food and so. They ate enough, they landed the ship, throwing up the wind to sea. And on the next day they had not recognized the land, they nearest the bay with the beach. Much they planned to do, if possible, to run the ship ashore. So they cast with anchors and left them in the sea. At the same time, loosened the ropes, they tied the rudder. And they heard the foresail to wind and made for the rock. And they for the beach. They were striking a wave, they ran the vessel over. And their boat struggled remained over it. The stern was being broken up by itself. The soldiers passed the crew of prisoners, and issues from the way. The centurion wishing to save Paul kept them from carrying their claim. The other they took someone to jump overboard first and make for the land, and the rest on planks or on pieces of the ship, so it was all that all were brought safely to land. They were brought safely to land, and we landed at an island called Malta. The native people showed us unusual kindness. They came on fire and welcomed so. As it began to rain, it was cold, and Paul gathered a bundle of sticks and put them on the fire. The fire came out because the heat and passed on his hand, and the native people saw a creature. And saw the creature hang from his hand. They stopped to one another. No doubt this man's a murderer, though he escaped from the sea just as not allowed to live. He however shook off the creature to find himself in a hole. They were waiting for him to swallow or suddenly fall down dead, but he waited a long time. I saw the misfortune come to him, they changed their minds, said that he was go. And then they put that place where the lands belonged to a chief man in the island named Publius, who received us and entertained us hospitably for 3 days. He remembered the father Publius, lay sick of fever in that century. And Paul visited him and prayed, putting his hands on him and healed it. And this take place, the rest of the people on the island had disease as the king would kill. And he saw on this greatly, and we were about to say they put on board whatever we need. And after 3 months we set sail on a ship that had went in the island, a ship of Alexandria with 10 gods of free hand. Putting it at Syracuse, we stayed there for 3 days. And there we made circa and arrived at Rigui. And after 1 day, Sapphire sprang on the second day we came to Puteoli. And we found brothers and invited to stay with them for 7 days. So we came to Rome. The brothers were there when they had us. Came as far as the forum of Appius and 3 towns to meet us. While seeing our Paul thank God and took courage and came to Rome, Paul was allowed to stay by himself. With the soldier gun after 3 days he called together the local leaders of Jews, and they gathered. He said to them, as though I had done nothing against the people, the customs of the policy, I was delivered as prisoner from Jews into the hands of Rome. They sent me, they wished to send me out of it, because there was no reason for the death penalty in any case. Because the Jews were compelled to appeal to Caesar, and they generally charged to bring goods on the issue. For this reason, therefore, I will see and speak here to you, since because of the hope is that I am wearing this chain. And they said to me, we received no letters from Judea, and that you know the brothers are coming here, as reports spoken any evil about you. When you desired to hear from me what you've resolved with regard to second everything they're speaking against. If one day fair came to him, I had us watching in great numbers, but from morning till evening, he expanded to the testimony to the king of God, and trying to convince him of Jews from both the law and for the prophets. Some were convinced by what he said, others disbelieved, and disagreeing among themselves, they departed out of the call way ones do. Also was right in saying to falsely Isaiah the prophet, go to his people, say, you indeed hear, but never understand, and indeed see, but never perceive. And his people fast go into old days, they can barely hear this day of Christ, thus he should hear, see what it is, eyes, and hear what it is. Thus they have to heart and turn out, heal, and therefore let be known, hear the salvation of God, sent to the Gentiles. Now listen, he lived there 2 whole years at their own expense, and welcomed all who came to the kingdom of God, and teaching about the Lord Jesus Christ, all bonds without hindrance. Romans 1-3. The whole 7 Christ Jews called to the apostles, set about the gospel of God, which promised beforehand through his prophet the Holy Scriptures concerning his son. And he was descended from David, according to flesh, to the country, son, God, and power, according to spirit, according to resurrection from the dead, Jesus Christ the Lord. Whom we have received grace and apostleship to bring about the obedience of faith and seek his name among all the nations, and you who are called to belong to Jesus Christ. To all that didn't marry her, love God, called to his saints, grace and peace from God and following of Jesus Christ. And in this I thankful God through Jesus Christ for all of you. And because your faith is proclaiming all the world, and it goes my witness in my soul and my spirit, and also Son, without Caesar mentioning it always in my prayers. And asking that Son, how by God's will, may now at last succeed in coming to you. And I long to see you, may impart to you some spiritual gift to strengthen you, and as we may be mutually encouraged by each other's faith. With years of my dear, and want you to be on my brothers. I have often intended to come to you in order that I may reap some harvest among you as well as among the rest of the Gentiles. I am under obligation in both degrees and barbarians, which are less than force. So I am eager to preach the gospel also to you who are in Rome. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of having God for salvation to everyone who believes. Whether the Jew first knows to do good for righteousness of God, as revealed for faith, for faith is rendered righteous only by faith. Whether the God is revealed from heaven is all ungodliness and unrighteousness in men, and who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. What can be known by God's plan to because God shown him for his invisible attributes, namely his eternal power, his divine nature, has been clearly perceived. And ever since creation of and things that have been made, so without excuse, they didn't need God, did not honor this God, good things to him, because they became futile in their thinking. And if all trials of darkness, claiming to be wise, they became false, and exchanged glory their immoral God for images resembling mortal men and birds, and animals and creeping things. Therefore God gave them up from lust of their house to improve, and honoring their bodies among themselves. And they exchanged the truth of God for a lie and worship, instead of the creature rather than the Creator, who was blessed forever. Amen. For this reason God gave them up to dishonorable passions. And the woman exchanged natural relations for those contrary to nature. And the men likewise gave up natural relations with women and consuming passion for one another, and committing shameless acts with men, receiving themselves the due penalty for their error. And so they did not see fit to acknowledge God. God gave them to a debased mind to do what or not to be done. Therefore with all men their unrighteousness, evil, covetousness, malice. Therefore envy, murder, strife, deceit, maliciousness, there gossip, slanders, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful, matters, evil, disobedient to Christ, foolish, faithless, heartless, ruthless. They know God righteous decree, that those practices things deserve. They not only do them, but give proof to those practices. Therefore you have no excuse, every man. Everyone will be judged, and the passing judgment on another, you condemn yourself. As you judge practices, the very same things. You know that the judgment of God rightly falls on those practice such things. You so suppose, a man, that you who judge such things, and yet do them yourself, you will escape the judgment of God. You preserve the riches of the king, and his forbearance and patience, not knowing that God's hand is meant to lead to repentance. And your heart impenitent, how you are strong up for yourself, and dear wrath, and God's rich judgment will be over. He will render each one according to his works. Through those by patience and well enduring, seek for glory and honor and immortality. He will give eternal life. For those who self-seek and do not obey the truth of their unrighteousness, there will be wrath and fury. There will be tribulation, distress, every human being who does evil. And do first knows the degree, who glory and honor and peace for everyone who does good. And as you first knows the degree, for God shows no partiality. All who have sinned without the law will perish without the law. All who perish sinned under the law will be judged by the law. It is not the hearers of the law who are righteous before God, the doers of the law who will be justified. And Gentiles who do not have the law, they need to do what the law requires. They are laws themselves, even though they do not have the law. And show that the work of the law is written on their heart. Nor their conscience is the best witness. Their conflicting thoughts accuse them or even excuse them on that day. When according to the law and gospel, God judges secrets in men by Christ Jesus. And if you call yourself a Jew and boasting God, and is an approval is excellent. You could instruct from life, you should have yourself a gratitude by there's a doctor instructor for Chinese church. I haven't learned about the man not in tricky, then to teach others. Do not teach self why preaching stand this. You say once not come out or even do come out or you have poor hands, you rock temples. You best not son of God by breaking law. Proverbs is the name because blessing on the just because you. The circumcision days are value for your bad life. You break the law, circumcision become uncircumcision. If a man is uncircumcised, keeps the precepts of the law. When not uncircumcision, be God's circumcision. And he was physically uncircumcised, keeps law condemn you that the winter. Uncircumcision but break the law. And known as Jews may lay 1 hour, they know as circumcision hour than physical. The Jews 1 hour, and the circumcision matter heart of the spirit, but not by letters. Praise not from man, but from God. Proverbs 11. Proverbs 10. There was a summer, and Western Mexico and father, 4 sons, starters, my treasure, my weakness, temper, for rashness to live in that. Lotus and the rascal, whom he does credit the wicked, that can cause poverty, the hand of the judge makes which he got the summon's prince, and he sleeps house, son of being shame, blessing on the head of wretched, not the wicked considers God. Remember the wretched blessing, name the wicked, the one's house, he promised, God will come to her. Whoever walked entirely walks together, he makes a way to go for the founder. Whoever wins the echoes show, battle will come to her. Mouth of the wretched, found to left, mouth of the wicked sins fans. Hatred stirs the strife, love covers all offense, and the same is understanding wisdom's hand. There was for the back of him in access, most like knowledge with mouth rings of 4 rings were in there. It returns with strong sea, poverty opposed there, and the winter right to this to lie. Gain the wicked and overheat instruction on the path of life. He rejects the proof and leads others astray. One can tell his hatred's lying lives. Never the slander is for one word to make transgression is not lacking. Whoever shoots less print, tongue of righteous is twisted, the heart of wicked is a little with. Lips the righteous feet may full staff of righteousness, listen to what makes rich. He has no sorrow with doing wrongs like a joke to a fool. Wisdom is wise to a man on his day. While the wicked judge will come upon it, inside the wretched will regret. On the tempest fast the wicked name will, the righteous starts forever. Like vinegar to the teeth, make the eyes says, like it to their sin. May the Lord prolong life, and the years will wicked will be sure. May the righteous brings joy, the expectation of the wicked will perish. May the Lord strong hunt to the planners, destruction deal with those, the wretched will never be removed. May the wicked will not dwell in the plan, the mouth of the wretched brings forth wisdom. That the first tongue will be cut off, the lips of the wretched nose will scrap, and the mouth of the wicked is perverse. Psalm 100 and... Oh, right there. Now, the praise the Lord, give thanks to the Lord of my whole, and complete it outright in combination, but it is blessed the Lord. They all who die, false men and ministers, but his righteousness and just wrath. And his course witness was dear, most gracious and merciful. He writes free for those who fear. He will run his governor for nation. He puts power at works. And good inheritance the nation works to defend faithful and just. Most priests and just for the time shall never to reform faithfulness and uprightness. He sent redemption to people's commands, governor forever. Holy and awesome is in it. The faith Lord's beginning was the only practice every goodness and his praise and just forever. And his nation and the Lord's prayer. His prayer his father and the hallowed name became count we done that as in heaven. He said, David, forgives their sins, forget debt, these non-temptation with us, do for one. Feels his kingdom and power and growth of amen. And see to our bye.